Brothers, sisters, I just did a Papa Legba ritual as per the Vodou path, and I received some divinatory advice. Now, I use the divination method of rune casting. Now, runes are not a part of Vodou, but I find that they are incredibly useful spirits, actually. Every single rune is a primordial spirit. And if you want a message from a spirit, like Papa Legba, Aloha, like Papa Legba, then you can use the connection to reality that other primordial spirits provide. And that's what I did in this ritual. I made offerings, I connected with, and I received a message. Now, I'm going to show you the ritual in just a second, but what I was trying to achieve is a divinatory message. Now, when you're working in divination, regardless of what path you're in, there are a number of options. You can, of course, make your own system. And now, how can a system that you make yourself work at all? A system that you make yourself has to be related to your spiritual understanding. It has to be something that you hold dear and true to your heart. So if you do make your own system of divination, whether it be through shells or bones or twigs or your own kind of set of runes, then it has to be connected to your path. And I would highly recommend that no matter what path you're following, no matter what journey you're taking, you try and find divination methods that have already been developed, like runes, the Elder Futhark in my case. Now, I use these in a number of different systems, not just, of course, not just Vodou, mainly in the path of Asatru. But it's highly useful in connecting with spirits and gods in a way that gives you pieces of information without demanding the universe give you a physical voice or a physical image. Now, these things are great, but they don't occur most of the time because the universe only allocates enough resources based on what you give back. And if you don't give back enough to the universe, you're not likely to get the most physical response. Now, also in seeking a divinatory message, you must also understand your own desires and fears. Now, when you understand your own desires and fears, then a divinatory message will be far more effective because we like to skew a message in our favor. If we have a certain desire, then we try to make it seem like, okay, this is exactly what I was expecting, or even subconsciously a lot of the time, we think, okay, this is exactly what I was expecting. This is so great. Obviously, what I was already suspecting about my path is true. Or if we have fears, when we have these fears about the message that we're going to receive, a lot of time we'll go to one extreme or the other. Oh, this confirms my fears, or, oh, I have nothing to worry about. You have to really look at the message and not just what you want the message to say. No matter what method you choose, I highly recommend taking this advice. Now, I'm about to show you the ritual, and a lot of it is my own combination of understandings of different paths, and not just using the runes, but using sandalwood powder, and a couple other things like anointing oil. Now, anointing oil is used in Vodou, but just basic olive-based anointing oil is not always used. And there's a couple other things that I include, like dragon's blood incense, which I love. I feel energized through. But this is my own working. I've pieced together this working. This is not a Papa Legba ritual that you'll find anywhere else. But this is one that really meant a lot to me because I pieced it together in a way that that basically shows my connection to Papa Legba and is inherent in the connection I have with Papa Legba, which is a more universal one than a very specific one. I'm not following the step-by-step procedures that I've read about, that I've learned about, that people have told me. I'm following my own path. And this is something that I'd highly recommend you doing as well, but just be careful because you don't want to insult any god or spirit. But you can indeed have your own relationship with the God of Spirit, and that's what I try to do in my path. But thank you very much for watching, and I will show you that ritual right now, and feel free to shoot down a comment in the comment section below. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to disagree with me. That's fine. And feel free to share your thoughts. Hit that like button down there if you thought this was interesting, and we'll go ahead and get to the ritual. Papa Legba, Papa Legba, Papa Legba, Papa Legba. When Sevilla, Papa Legba. When Sevilla. First bon dia, then Papa Legba. What do you wish to tell me, Papa Legba, of my near future? Thank you, Papa Legba. Papa Legba. Papa Legba. Papa Legba. Second only to Bondi. When Sylvia Loa. Papa Legba. Toyo Veve. I honor you. Papa Legba. Papa Legba. Papa Legba.